Here's our reading for this week's homework. Immigration. Ellis Island. The Hunt for Alois Hanosek. No one in my family knew much about Alois Hanosek, my great-grandfather. We knew that he emigrated to the United States in the 1890s. We also knew that he came from or near a town in the Czech Republic called Kutná Hora. My family once went to Kutná Hora in search of information. We came home empty-handed. So far, we had very little information to go on. Both my grandparents on that side of the family have passed away. My father, who is an only child, never knew his grandfather. My sister Rebecca and I were determined to fill in the blank space in our family tree. So we set out to Ellis Island in New York City. Most immigrants arrived there from 1892 to 1954. We hoped they would have the records we needed to learn more about our family history. To get there, we took a ferry from Battery Park on the southern tip of Manhattan. The ferry sailed past the impressive Statue of Liberty. I imagined how my great-grandfather must have felt when he first saw the majestic lady with the golden torch. Minutes later, we arrived at Ellis Island. I walked in the doors and you could feel the history. The museum had photographs of immigrants everywhere. Some looked weary from their long voyage. Others looked excited. Still others looked sad. As we walked around the building, you could see all the things people brought with them. There was colorful clothing from every part of the world. There were also religious items and family treasures, such as musical instruments. I imagine that these things made it easier to be a stranger in a strange, new land. Millions of immigrants were processed at Ellis Island. They were given medical exams and reading tests. They were asked countless personal questions, including, who paid for your voyage? How much money do you have in your possession? Do you have more than one wife? Not everyone got in. Those who were too unhealthy were sent back. Some families were split up and had to say goodbye to each other in tears. Eventually, my sister and I arrived at the research center. We sat down at a computer and began searching the records of ship after ship, looking for our great-grandfather. At first, we found nothing. Then my sister had an idea. She began doing searches on names like Janosek and Linosek and Canosek. That is when I saw it, my great-grandfather's name. It was written as Canosek. It had been spelled incorrectly at Ellis Island. After viewing the ship's records, I could see how the mistake was made. What does it look like to you? Here is some of the information we got from the document. Alois was 31 and single when he arrived on April 2nd, 1898. He was on a ship named the H.H. Keir. He was a farmer. He had $6 on him. He was coming to live with his sisters. He was from Servin-Pesky, a town just outside Kutná Hora. My sister and I were thrilled. It looks like we will be making another trip to the Czech Republic. All right, here's your questions. Number 1, what did the author hope to find at Ellis Island? A, photographs. B, Czech passports. C, immigration records. D, the Statue of Liberty. 2, how did the author feel when she entered Ellis Island? A, tired. B, like a schoolgirl. C, annoyed. D, like she was walking into the past. 3, why does the author most likely mention that she wondered how her great-grandfather felt when he saw the Statue of Liberty? A, to show how well her father had described her great-grandfather. B, to explain that she is unsure of what the Statue of Liberty used to mean to people. C, to describe how confusing it can be to search for immigration information. D, to convey that she wants to understand his immigration experience. 4, read the following sentences. My family once went to Kutná Hora in search of information. We came home empty-handed. The word empty-handed means A, not getting what they wanted. B, with other people helping. C, tired from doing work with the hands. D, having no more work to do. On this one, make sure if you think of empty-handed as a positive word or a negative word, and then answer the question. See which of those is positive answers and negative answers. Number 5, this passage is mostly about A, one man's journey from the Czech Republic to Ellis Island. B, people going to Ellis Island to find information about a relative. C, different islands in the United States and what they're used for. D, immigration laws in different countries around the world. Number 6. When did most immigrants arrive at Ellis Island? So to answer this one, don't forget to turn the question. So cross out when. Okay, that's your question word. Circle our answer words. So here we're talking about most immigrants. What are they doing? Arriving at Ellis Island. Okay, so most immigrants arrive at Ellis Island. And then fill in the blank, and don't forget your period, okay? Now this is when question, so you want a date, okay? All right, number 7. Make sure to turn your question. Why does the author include a list of questions immigrants had to answer in the passage? Okay, so why would the author make this list on page 2 of all the questions that they had to answer, right? These are his answers. And on page 1, they have this list where we see all these question marks in paragraph 4. So why would they include that? How does that help you understand the story? 8. The question below is an incomplete sentence, so it's dependent. It needs help. Choose the answer that best completes the sentence. Though it was difficult to find information about Alois Hanosek, blank, they found some. A, as, so let's go back and put it in the sentence. Though it was difficult to find information about Alois Hanosek, as they found some. B, including. Though it was difficult to find information about Alois Hanosek, including they found some. C, before. Though it was difficult to find information about Alois Hanosek, before they found some. D, after much searching. Though it was difficult to find information about Alois Hanosek, after much searching they found some. Question 9. The vocabulary word is majestic. Majestic means very beautiful, dignified, and impressive. So it means very beautiful. Use the vocabulary word in a sentence. So make up your own sentence with the word majestic. All right, for number 10, find the central idea of the text. Remember, central idea is the thing the story is all about. So who is the story about? What is the story about? When did the story happen? Where did the story happen? And why or how did that what happen? Look at the second part. Put the central idea into one sentence. So here's your sentence starter if you need it. This text is about, and then all of this information should go in one sentence. Number 11. Write a 2-sentence summary of the text. The central idea is, 2 key details are. So what's the central idea? You have that from the other page. Add 2 key details that support this central idea. Put this into a 2-sentence summary. So you want your central idea and then your 2 key details down here in sentences.